Today, your guardian angel brings a message of profound significance, illuminating the path of someone who holds a central place in your thoughts. At this very moment, he is immersed in an intense inner dilemma, an existential conflict that devours him. He seems lost in a labyrinth of doubts and uncertainties, struggling to find a clear direction. A part of his essence, perhaps the most cautious one, is inclined to abandon everything you both have built together, closing for good the door that unites you. This decision is driven by the overwhelming force and emotional weight that your relationship carries. After all, what you experienced together was not only extraordinary, but so deep that it sometimes seemed indescribable. However, his deepest essence, that part inexplicably connected to you, fights tenaciously to prevent you from distancing yourself from his life. Intriguingly, this bond goes beyond mere personal choices. It seems, indeed, to have been woven by the universe itself, a creation of an indissoluble cosmic tie. You are two intuitive souls, two beings who met and connected instantly, as if recognizing each other from past lives, eternally familiar with one another. The initial interactions between you, deeply engraved in the chambers of memory, were nothing less than enlightening revelations, sacred moments that reshaped his life in immeasurable ways. Every word you uttered, every image you shared, every note of melody you sent, had a decisive and formative impact on his perspective of the world. These components were not mere elements of communication, but instruments of profound emotional and spiritual transformation. This metamorphosis was marked by an impressive speed and intensity, as if the love blossoming between you was a living entity of its own, with the power to alter reality around it. The strength of this love was overwhelming, a potent and enthralling energy that defied any attempt at rationalization or explanation through conventional logic. He often finds himself lost in daydreams, imagining a future by your side in completely unexpected moments, whether in the midst of a casual gathering with friends or even while sharing laughter with other couples. In those moments, a sense of injustice envelopes him for not being by your side, for to him, you are the living embodiment of all the desires and dreams he holds in the deepest part of his being. Your presence has an effect that goes far beyond the ordinary. There is something in your voice, in your way of expressing yourself, that breaks all logical barriers and sticks in his mind like an unforgettable melody. This unique essence you bring with you manifests itself so deeply that the memories of your initial interactions, filled with flirts and significant connections, continue to reverberate in his consciousness. This echo, like a hypnotizing refrain, seems to resist time and distance, refusing to fade away or be silenced. He repeatedly discovers that it is impossible not to think of you. His mind is incessantly occupied with thoughts of your presence, which seems to illuminate his entire existence. When you are not around, he realizes that every aspect of his daily life, whether at work, in routine activities, or in personal moments, becomes remarkably more monotonous and devoid of meaning. He often questions why he continues with these mundane tasks, when all he truly desires is to be by your side. This feeling is accompanied by a profound sense of injustice. He cannot understand why, despite all that you feel and share, you are forced to remain apart. It is as if the universe is manipulating the circumstances of your lives like pieces in a complicated and confusing crossword puzzle, where the answers always seem out of reach, and the solutions offered never lead to the expected outcome. However, let yourself be consoled by the invisible presence of your guardian angel, who promises to calm the turmoil of your restless heart. Know that, no matter how great the physical distance that separates you at this moment, the love you share is a constant and indestructible force. It burns like an eternal flame, a deep connection that transcends all conceivable boundaries, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. This love between you is so powerful that it remains steadfast, unwavering in the face of any adversity. He, on his personal journey, has been intensely exploring self-discovery and strengthening his self-confidence. This path was not chosen by chance. It was driven by the need to face and reorganize aspects of his life that needed a fundamental reevaluation, all with the goal of achieving greater serenity and deeper peace of mind. The changes he has been implementing are like a deep cleansing, removing the emotional debris and insecurities that once clouded his mental and emotional clarity. The dynamic between the two of you, while deeply enriching, has also been quite challenging for him. You occupy a central place in his universe, becoming the epicenter of everything he experiences and feels. Because of this intensity, there is an incessant repetition of thoughts and emotions echoing in his mind, a whirlwind that can sometimes feel overwhelming. You represent the center of all his most intimate desires, the true essence of his soul. Soon, when he gathers the necessary courage to reveal his true feelings, to express himself with clarity and honesty, this brave act will mark the beginning of a new phase in the path of love that you share. This decision will not only demonstrate his strength, but also solidify the foundation upon which you can build a future together. You both have the habit of looking at the moon and thinking of each other. This gesture, though it may seem simple or even cliched to some, carries a deeply personal and intimate meaning for you. This practice has become a sacred part of your routine, a moment of silent connection, even when separated by physical distance. At some point in the past, when you looked at the moon together, it was as if this celestial body became a bridge between your hearts, a silent witness to the depth and intensity of the feelings you share. He is in the final preparations to make a crucial decision, the first decisive step towards reconnecting with you. This act will not be just a symbolic gesture, but a transformative moment that will alter the course of your lives in profound and permanent ways. This reconnection promises to bring a calm yet intense energy, comparable to the anticipation of a storm whose distant thunder heralds its imminent arrival. This crucial moment will be marked by the quiet yet powerful force of a rekindled love that, like a storm forming on the horizon, brings with it promises of renewal and change. The energy accompanying this reunion will be enough to invigorate your relationship, infusing it with new life and a rekindled passion that you might have feared lost. However, it is important to remember that the intensity of this experience is not just a dramatic aspect of the reunion. It serves as a vital reminder that the connection between you is exceptional. The depth and significance of what you share go far beyond trivialities and daily routines. This love possesses a rare quality, an essence that transcends the trivialities of everyday life and elevates to something grand and deeply meaningful. The pain that marked the difficult moments of your past is now beginning to dissipate, making way for new hope and a rebirth of deep feelings that, for a time, seemed dormant. The word that best describes this moment is just surrender, a complete surrender to the undeniable reality of a deep and persistent desire to be together. This desire transcends any attempt to move on with others or to deny the feelings that exist between you. It is a force that continually pulls you back to each other, resisting all attempts to be ignored or subdued. No matter how strong the attempt to divert the course of your hearts, the truth always manifests clearly. You both long for each other's presence, for that special bond that seems to have been forged in the stars and that withstands the test of time and circumstances. This unbreakable connection has its roots so deeply intertwined in the fibers of your souls that trying to ignore it would be like denying an essential part of who you are. This rebirth of feelings brings with it an emotional clarity and certainty that perhaps was not fully understood before. Now, more than ever, it is evident that the connection you share is more than mere affection. It is a deep calling that neither of you can truly ignore. It is as if he cannot avoid thinking of you, with his thoughts invariably finding their way back to your image in his mind, a constant reminder of the strength of this connection. However, what defines this connection is something deeper and more special, an essence that transcends mere physical attraction. It is a spiritual and emotional bond between two souls who understand and respect each other, without judgment about each other's spirituality, but with a celebration of this intimate dimension. He holds with conviction the belief that it was the universe or some divine force that guided your paths to cross, a faith that remains unshakable and profound. You have become the only person who has managed to make him feel truly heard and seen, bringing a calm to the internal storm that often invades those who are deeply spiritual. Day after day, he rises and follows his routine, working, fulfilling daily tasks, interacting with other people, but he perceives a palpable void, a lack of meaning in all these activities without your presence. Everything becomes trivial and dull because you are not there to share these moments. He often imagines an ideal day by your side, visualizing walks hand in hand, moments of shared tranquility that for him represent a personal paradise, the full realization of all his dreams. In his most intimate thoughts, he even dreams of the possibility of traveling to your city, arriving at your door, and with all the sincerity of his heart, simply saying, I am here. I never stopped loving you. However, even armed with this deep conviction of the love and connection you share, he cannot avoid feeling a palpable fear. There is the fear that you may have forgotten him, the worry that your feelings for him may not be the same, and the insecurity that perhaps his assumptions about the bond you share might be wrong. These concerns are deeply human and naturally arise when communication has been interrupted for a while. Nevertheless, your guardian angel wishes to reassure you, emphasizing that feeling fear in these circumstances is completely normal and expected. Remember that the special connection between you transcends the ordinary. It is a rare and precious flame that continues to shine, even when obscured by distance or silence. It is a bond that withstands time and adversity, remaining a light in both your hearts, a constant reminder of what is truly important and enduring. Soon, he will gather the courage needed to take a decisive step towards you. He is preparing to open his heart, to speak honestly with you about his feelings and thoughts. This will be a significant moment of clarity and relief, an essential milestone in the journey you share. The transparency in this dialogue promises to further strengthen the bond that unites you, providing a deeper understanding and a more complete communion of your souls. You, in turn, have demonstrated exemplary patience, recognizing and respecting the time and space he needed for his personal journey of growth and self-discovery. This understanding has been a source of great comfort and gratitude for him, and he is deeply thankful for your sensitivity and continued support. This patience has not only helped keep the flame of love alive, but has also solidified the foundation upon which you can build a future together. Soon, despite his efforts to move on, to erase the memories and suppress the feelings, remember that you remain an essential part of his life. Even in moments when he tries to avert his gaze from the past, he closes his eyes and can clearly see your image. He daydreams about you, imagines a future where you are together, sharing joys and building a life side by side. Your guardian angel is always by your side, seeking to offer comfort and reminding you that the temporary physical absence does not have the power to diminish the deep and true love that exists between you. The connection you share transcends ordinary understanding. It is something deeper, more spiritual, and eternal. He has a fervent desire to provide you with a life filled with beauty, joy, and happiness. This aspiration is not merely a distant dream, but a goal for which he is willing to fight with all his might. If it were possible, he would not hesitate to move mountains or cross oceans just to be by your side at this very moment. This intensity of feeling is what fuels his hope and determination, even on the darkest days. Today's message from your angel serves as a powerful reminder that, despite the uncertainties life may bring and the separations that may arise between you, the love you share remains unshakable and pure. This love is a rare gem, a precious treasure that deserves to be valued and cared for with the utmost respect and dedication. It is not just a part of your lives, but the very foundation upon which you can build a future together, filled with understanding, support, and mutual affection. So, as you contemplate the future and reflect on the past, keep the flame of this extraordinary love alive. Cultivate it with tenderness, nourish it with hope, and protect it against adversities, for it is a divine gift, a blessing that promises to enrich every aspect of your lives. Always remember that, regardless of the barriers you may face, the love between you is an unbreakable bond, a link that unites you beyond time and space, strengthening and inspiring you to face any challenge that may arise together. Let your spirit absorb these words and allow them to resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, regardless of the choices you make. Type sh nothing and no1 will stop me from following my destiny, already defined by God and confirmed by the universe. Ye to claim this message and the blessings contained within it. Let us spread positivity and kindness to one another, creating waves of good energy together. Did you know that it is possible to have a vision of your soulmate? It could be someone you already know or someone who has yet to cross your path. Click the link in the description to get a portrait of your soulmate. Let's elevate each other and create waves of good energy together. Stay tuned for the next important message waiting for you in the next video. May God and the universe illuminate your steps with peace, love, and faith. Amen.